What's up guys, Adam here from Shreddy Brick, and in this video I'm going to try and help you save some money and help you prioritise what you should spend your money on when you first start training. Whether it's equipment, what food you should be buying, what supplements you should and shouldn't be buying. Let's take a look at the rundown of what Shreddy Brick would recommend to a beginner. Let's do this. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need is some sort of equipment or a gym to actually work out in. So, what's your circumstances? Do you have money to spend on a gym membership, or do you want to train at home? Do you not have money to spend on a gym membership, so you need to get some cheap equipment? Can you not even afford equipment? Let's figure out what it is. So, first thing I would recommend. Now, if you're a teenager, maybe he's in school, something like that, chances are you won't be able to afford a gym membership. So, what should you do? Birthday present, Christmas present, pocket money, save it up, get yourself a weight set. That's what I did when I first started working out. Now you can get great workout in with just dumbbells and a barbell, and you get weight sets for pretty cheap. I mean, here's an example of just dumbbells I've got laying around the house when I first started training. I got 2 dumbbells, I got, I think it was 50 kilograms worth of weights, a barbell, your spin locks, and you're good to go. Plenty of workouts you can get done from home with a combination of bodyweight exercises, dumbbells, barbell, simple stuff, just the bare bone basics. Now, if you can't afford a gym membership, or maybe you've sort of advanced as much as you can with the weight you've got with your weights at home, then you're looking on to a gym. Now, how do you pick a gym? You don't need to go and get a really expensive gym. Some gym memberships for in England, say, might cost £45 a month, and that £45 a month gym is shit. It's got next to no weights in, garbage machinery, and just loads and loads of treadmills. Because this is like a health club, fitness club, bit of snobbery. So you just want to pick a gym that's reasonably priced. You can go look around the gym before you buy. A lot of gyms will let you in and try the equipment, let you have maybe a free workout in there, an induction or whatever it is before you actually spend your money. And just want to make sure that the gym has a good free weight selection, good machine collection. And in England you can get a good gym membership for like 25 quid a month, so you don't need to break the bank in regards to that. So your most important thing is your gym membership or your equipment when first starting out. But on top of that, which sort of contradicts what I've just said, diet is even more important. However, I'm prioritising your workout equipment first, because if you've got nothing to work out with, then you can't work out. So, food. Now, what do you need to do? Again, it depends on your circumstances. How I eat now and how I spend my money now is a lot different to when I was in university. 18 at the time in university, on less money than what I'm on now, so the food I bought would be different. Back then, I was buying porridge oats as my carb sources, chicken breast as my protein sources, peanut butter, bread, things like that make up the extra calories. Now my diet consists of beef, chicken, good carb sources like rice, so they're relatively cheap. So it does change a little bit. So depending on what your circumstances are, and chances are if you're watching this video you want to do things on the cheapy cheap. What you want to do is categorise your food into three motherfucking categories. And those are your macros. So you've got your carbs, your protein and your fat. Now, cheap carb sources are porridge oats, rice, potato are all cheap carb sources. Bread's cheap, but the cheapest of the lot, in my opinion, is the porridge oat. That's what I used to use to bulk up on the most, and it's the most convenient. You don't even need to cook it to get your calories in. You can literally just mix it up in a shaker with some milk, chug it back, and you've got your food sorted there. Porridge oats cost about 75 pence for a kilogram bag, depending on how much you eat, depending on how long it lasts. But you get 60 grams of carbs to 100 grams of porridge oats, so it's cheap, it's easy to prepare. Even if you're cooking it, bang it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Cheap to eat, cheap to buy, easy to cook. You can take it with you in a shaker. Protein. Now, your protein is going to vary a bit. You can get different levels of quality. Like you can get different quality of sort of chicken breast, fish, meat, all that kind of stuff. But one of the cheapest protein sources is chicken, frozen chicken breasts. If you want to get even cheaper, if your budget doesn't permit for chicken breasts, you can get chicken thighs, chicken legs. It's not going to be as good quality, but you're still going to be getting your protein from that. It's cheaper, so I mean, work with what's in your budget. It's not as good as chicken breasts, but the idea of this is to do things on the cheap. So chicken breast frozen, chicken legs frozen if you want to do that. Cottage cheese, things like steak, yeah, you're looking at more money, but ground beef is relatively cheap. But for absolute cheapest, you're looking at chicken, breast. Also, you've got milk there. Your milk counts as your protein, your carbs, and your fat. Fats. Now, for eating food purely for fats, I no longer do it because my fat intake isn't high enough. A cheap source of fats is peanut butter. Get the 100% peanut butter stuff. The natural peanut butter, it'll be oily, so when you open up the tub, you need to mix it around first. You can get that in the UK from My Protein. You can get it from Holland & Barrett. Avoid the supermarkets because you'll be able to pay over the odds for that. A tub of natural in a supermarket will cost you maybe £3 and you get a very, very small tub. My Protein does it for like about £4.55 for a kilogram tub. So yeah, peanut butter, good fat source. Get your protein in there. Yes, it's not the best source of protein, but you do get protein in there to help your protein intake. Eggs, another cheap protein source. You can buy them in bulk. Works out less than 10 pence an egg. You can just cook those, eat those all motherfucking day long. So there's a couple of different food sources that you can use. Obviously on the cheap, I'm not saying this is the best, healthiest. I mean, these foods aren't really unhealthy, but there's better ways to do it for sort of bodybuilding, and as you progress through your career, as you progress through your life, you'll find this out. As you get more money, you'll start buying the better things, but for your food, there you go. So then next one are your supplements. Now, what supplements do you need? You can easily get dragged into marketing. You can easily get sort of conned, you can get scammed. If you're watching this video, if you're trying to cut money down, chances are you're a beginner. If you don't have much money, don't go waste on supplements. Ensure that you've got your diet down. Make sure that along with the protein, carbs and fats, you've got good vegetables in there. Again, vegetables are cheap. Get your greens in, which come from green beans, broccoli, peas. You can get bags of frozen, kilogram bags for about £1. That's £1 in money. Add them to your diet. So make sure your diet's in check before you even consider buying supplements. Now, what supplements should you buy on a budget? Well, I'd recommend a protein powder because, going back to your food, this can help your protein intake. I'd recommend a creatine monohydrate powder. I'd recommend a multivitamin and mineral. You can buy those from the supermarket. Cheap as a $2 haul. You can get a cheap carb source such as dextrose or maltodextrin, which again will help with your carb intake, but not essential. To be honest, none of the supplements are essential, but the way I would rank it would be multivitamin or mineral, protein. Maybe you put those on par with each other, but I mean the multivitamin or mineral is cheap, cheap, cheap. You can buy bulk protein. You can just the concentrated stuff will do for starting off with or for doing things on the cheap. So multivitamin or mineral, protein, put those on level with each other. Then I'd probably recommend creatine after that. Again, just don't get sucked into the marketing. You can get scammed buying all supplements, different proteins, different creatines. You just need a basic creatine monohydrate. Again, going to recommend My Protein for cheapness. And then after that, you look into your carb sources, dextrose, maltodextrin, both cheap, both will help with your food intake. And that's pretty much it. That's how I would recommend you spend your money when you're first bodybuilding, first trying to work out. Number 1, on your membership or equipment. Number 2, foods, getting decent protein, carbs, fat and vegetables. Thirdly, is your supplements, looking at sort of protein, multivitamin or minerals, and then the rest come after that. Don't get sucked into sort of fat burners, pre-workout testosterone boosters, pro hormones, anything like that. You don't need them. Just stick to those basics now, and then as you progress, you can add extra supplements into your diet, into your regime when needed. But that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, leave them down below. Comment, like and subscribe. Share the video, do the lot. But for now, guys, Shreddy Breck is shutting this down. Ho, ho, ho!